So we've always known that military parole in place was one of the best options to seek permanent residency for parents of U.S. citizens who entered without inspection. However, there was some doubt about whether or not this program was going to continue. And as far as I had announced, the program continued, but we didn't have any military parole in place applications to actually base, my suspicion on. However, recently in the last couple weeks, I've gotten notice from various immigration attorneys that they've been receiving approvals on their military parole in place petitions. And so what that means is that it seems this program is continuing, and it remains one of the best, most viable options for parents of U.S. citizens to get their green cards in the United States if they had entered, entered without inspection. Now, I know it might sound scary in this day and age to sign up for the armed forces, and I definitely, if you're considering this, would suggest talking with recruiters from different branches of government. I think it is pretty much agreed upon that the Army, the Navy, and the Marines are the most kind of risky branches to join. Air Force, on the other hand, you're usually stationed at military bases abroad and have lower risk of, combat. Also, the Coast Guard generally engages in missions on domestic soil or around, domestic territories. So some things to consider if you are, considering military parole in place. It doesn't mean you have to do Army or Navy. It's any branch of the military except National Guard, which tends to be run by the states. So, good news, if this is a route you were considering, they are still approving military parole in place requests. It's not only for parents of U.S. citizens, but I would say it's the context in which I most see it used. Of course, it applies to spouses of U.S. citizens as well who entered without inspection. So, good news for now, we are continuing to get approvals on these parole requests.